Hello and welcome to my channel today, Boo Snakes and More. Today we're going to be reading the story I'm writing called Storage Unit Gamble. So please like this video and subscribe to the channel. And for more videos like this, watch my other house handle A&A snakes and stuff. My youngest son's channel, Henny's Toys and Games. Or my oldest son's channel, Little Chris 10. Now let's dive into the video. The gamble started as a joke. Steven, who for some reason everyone online called Jeebus, stood in front of the rusted storage unit door, arms crossed, staring at it like it had personally offended him. "Tell me again why you spent all the budget on this one," Amber asked, shifting Broly on her hip. The 2-year-old was more interested in a loose pebble than the tension in the air. Steven grinned. "Because, Amber, this is the one. I feel it." Behind him, Steven's mom and her husband, David, both seasoned YouTubers from West Virginia, had cameras rolling. "This is either going to be legendary," David said, zooming in, "or we're about to film the biggest regret on the channel." Steven grabbed the handle. It didn't budge. He pulled harder. Nothing. The door was stuck. "You gambled everything," Amber said slowly, "on a storage unit we can't even open." Broly clapped. "Door stuck." Steven sighed. "Okay, yeah, not what I was expecting." The break-in, sort of. After 10 minutes of tugging, kicking, and David offering extremely unhelpful advice, the facility manager finally walked over. "You folks all right?" he asked. Steven laughed nervously. "Define all right." The manager looked at the jammed door, shook his head, and disappeared. When he came back, he had tools and a key. A few minutes later, with a loud metallic screech, the door finally rolled up. Everyone froze, because inside it wasn't junk, it was a time capsule. The treasure pile. Stacks of books, hundreds of them, maybe close to 1,000, lined the walls like ancient archives. Amber stepped in first, brushing dust off a plush bear. "Is this Winnie the Pooh?" Steven picked up another. "Classic Pooh. And look, Ralph Lauren bear." David whispered dramatically to the camera. "We may have entered the plush dimension." There were teddy bears everywhere, vintage ones, a tuxedo cat plush marked 1987, and boxes of deeply personal items that made everyone pause for a moment. "Okay," Amber said softly, "we respect those." Steven nodded, but the deeper they dug, the stranger and better it got. The finds keep coming. Silverware gets gleamed beneath old cloths. Stacks of aged Bibles sat beside a delicate sterling silver bunny. "Canada stamp," Steven noted, holding it up. Nearby, brass cats, a brass dachshund, a brass bunny, and bowls that looked older than anything they'd ever found. Broly wandered over to a cluster of tiny toy cats. "Meow on me." Amber laughed. "You found your treasure, buddy." They uncovered wooden pottery, carved geese, crystals, and something labeled "Sterolite, England." "Macy's tag," David added, flipping it over. There were seashells, wind chimes, porcelain mallard ducks, nesting hens, and a green bird sitting in a woven basket like it had been waiting decades for someone to notice it. Steven held up a porcelain owl, 1981. Amber gasped. "Beatrix Potter stuff, too." "Yep," he said. "This unit's insane." The second unit. The manager returned, watching them in disbelief. You know what, he said finally. Someone moved out yesterday, left everything. You can have that unit too, free. Stephen blinked. You're serious. After this, the manager said, gesturing at the treasure trove, I want to see what you find next. The jackpot expands. The second unit was less sentimental, but just as wired. Clothing racks filled with Vertical 9 coats and Highway 8 jeans. Golden State Warriors gear. Skechers shoes stacked in boxes. A Bluetooth speaker stereo in packaging. 2 laptops. An old Apple computer that made David whisper, Retro Tech Gold. The real treasure. Then came the coins. Stephen spread them out on a small table. Italian coins. Jewelry from Italy. A 1968 Kennedy $50. A Mercury dime. A Kentucky quarter. And a Japanese coin from the 1600s. Amber stared. Okay. That one's definitely special. Stephen nodded. Yeah. This isn't just a flip. This is history. They found watches, a foreign coin necklace, vintage pins, including ones from the United States Pony Club, and an old stopwatch that still ticked faintly. The weird stuff. Of course, not everything was perfect. Amber opened a box. Cockroaches. She immediately closed it. Nope, that's yours now, Stephen said, backing away. The curiosities. There were oddities, too. A jade carving, a tiny clock made in Holland, a Scooby-Doo toothbrush, Pink Panther memorabilia, a horse head brush, a tape measure older than anyone could guess. And then, Stephen held up a strange wall hook, shaped like a seahorse-cat hybrid. I don't even know what this is. Art, David said confidently. The finer pieces. They uncovered teacups, a serving dish labeled Mother, porcelain bunnies in white and pink glass, a stone black cat, a bone bunny, and a brass sailboat, and finally, a bronze horse lamp. Amber turned it on. It flickered to life. Everyone went silent. Something feels off. The light didn't just glow. It paused. For a split second, Stephen thought he saw something. In the reflection, a figure, tall, shadowy, watching. He shook his head, probably just tired. But Burley pointed at the lamp. Horseman, he said. The crossover begins. That night, during their Whatnot stream, something strange happened. The chat exploded, not with bids, with warnings. Did you see that behind you? Who is that? Turn around. Stephen laughed it off, until the bronze horse lamp flickered again, and behind him, just for a moment, a figure stepped out of the shadows. Not fully visible, but unmistakable. Something from another world. Something that didn't belong. Something that felt like it came from the same strange universe's majestic blossom, violent veil, energetic eclipse, and the freaky fellas. David whispered, barely audible. I don't think this was just a storage unit. To be continued, because whatever they uncovered, it wasn't just treasure. It was a doorway, and something had just stepped through. Thank you for watching this video, and peace out till the next one.